Are you serious? Are you serious, guys? Mount St. Helens, is it about to blow? Could this be a catastrophic, cataclysmic, apocalyptic hour of biblical proportions? That's what everybody's wondering. Well, we have reports. There's been a ton of quakes. There's movement. There's a lot. Everyone's concerned. And is this what Mike from Around the World meant when he said soon we're going to have an ash environment? An ash environment. He said that about 7 years ago. There'll be a day coming when you won't be able to step outside if you're not wearing a mask. Not the kind we did during the pandemic either. Guys, trycono.com/Paul. Trycono.com/Paul. If you suffer from any type of daily pain, I need you to listen to this message very carefully. What we know about the root cause of pain is changing forever. And as we age, the aches and the pains are natural. And we're all searching for an effective way, really, to relieve the pain without side effects and addition. And let's be frank, we all have seen the horrors of the opioid crisis. You may even be affected personally. And that's where a pioneering medical scientist comes in, Clint Winters. You may have seen this world-renowned health expert featured in the national media as he unveils a natural pain reliever that is taking the world by storm. Yes, I'm talking about Cahanadine, or just go to the link on the description below, trycono.com. All right? This is an incredible product, and it really goes to the pain. It's like 1 million Americans are already using this natural process. Hundreds of professional athletes are. It is so powerful that it even used exclusively and extensively by the UFC fighters, and those guys know a thing or two about managing pain. So Clint Winters explains how his product is the only compound on earth that optimizes your body's natural painkillers, the endorphins you have from a natural perspective. And when taken daily, your body will fire back to relieving the pain like you were in your prime in just days. And let me just tell you something. I was skeptical, but it does work. I've tried virtually about everything since I had those car accidents, guys, and I have not felt this great in years. And it's all because dealing with the daily aches and pains, having the neck, the lower back, just the joints, the shoulder, my shoulders, all of it. Get it. Go right now. Just try this. Go to try www.trycono.com/Paul. That's trycono.com/Paul. You'll be glad that you did. I guarantee it. Well, we've got a problem, and that is the earth is shaking and quaking everywhere. My mind is aching, and it's because of the apocalyptic, catastrophic, cataclysmic events going on right now. It's really, really unbelievable. Mount St. Helens. It's about ready to blow. I hope not. I really hope not. But it is Mount St. Helens about to blow? That's the question. America's most dangerous volcano is recharging 43 years after that catastrophic eruption. It's actually been 44. That was the worst in U.S. history. I remember I was a senior in high school. It was about 2 weeks before my graduation ceremony when Mount St. Helens blew. It's been rumbling again recently, more than 4 decades. Yes, 44 years later. Since February 1st, approximately there's been 350 earthquakes have been recorded at this 8,300-foot Washington State volcano mountain called Mount St. Helens by the Pacific Northwest Seismic Network. Most of these, more than 95%, have been less than magnitude 1. That's why it's not being recorded. or the media hasn't said much about it. The largest quake recently felt at that volcano was 50 miles northeast of Portland, Oregon, was 2.0, and that was on May the 31st. There are fears that this earthquake could lead to another massive explosion reminiscent of the 1980s eruption that left 57 people dead and permanently altered the area's ecosystem. And behind me is an actual, that is the eruption. That's what it looked like in late May of 1980. In early June, the number of earthquakes recorded per week have reached a peak of 38 events per week, mostly happening around 4.6 miles below the crater floor. So that is shallow. That means it's the magma. The magma is moving. The magma is moving. Specialized equipment was detected that the magma has been flowing through the chambers deep underground, causing the volcano to recharge. Short-term increases in earthquakes rates are common at Mount St. Helens, and they're considered part of the background of the seismic action. And experts at the Cascades Volcano Observatory said in a recent week. But the last two periods have elevated the seismic activity, okay? And the latest short-term increase in earthquake rates is since the last eruption ended, which was 2008. So, however, similar sequences of earthquakes involving even more quakes broke out in 1988, 1992, 1995, 1996, 1997, and the year 1999. But none of these triggered an eruption. But this is different. These quakes are stronger. These quakes are very shallow. These quakes are pointing toward a potential massive eruption like we had way back in 1980. So, the Cascadia subductions, we've been talking about a lot. Guys, we've had record volcanoes year after year after year of eruptions or constant flow. Look at Iceland. It's not good. And we've had to deal with massive amounts of earthquakes. And I'll just tell you the earthquakes right now. Let me just take a look over here at the earthquake map. 4.8, the mid-Indian Ridge. Just had that one. 4.4 earthquake in Kyrgyzstan. 5.7 earlier today at the South Sandwich Islands. That's closer to the Antarctica. California's shaken. So is Ackerley, Texas, with a 3.2. Puerto Rico, Hawaii. Some of these are your normal ones. White City, New Mexico, always because of the fracking and things that it's affected that. Afghanistan had a 4.8. Peru had another one, this time 4.7. El Salvador, 4.1. That's interesting. Iran, 4.0. Jamaica, 4.0. They felt that. Vanuatu, 5.0. And there was a 4.6 in Argentina and another 4.6 in Ecuador. So you have Ecuador, you have Argentina, you have Peru. Things that are shaking in those areas. Of course, Puerto Rico has always, but and then you got to watch southern, California coast. You're always keeping your eye on these areas. But Stanley, Idaho, which has to do with Yellowstone, that one had a 2.9. And of course, now Mount St. Helens. Now, Mount St. Helens has not had a big quake, but it's having quake after quake after quake. And this is the most active it's been in 44 years since the massive volcano there at Mount St. Helens. So, we're dealing with some things here. We're dealing with, and as a matter of fact, let me just check. Can I just check? And I don't know if this will play through or not. I haven't tested my system all the way, but I just want to check BP Earthwatch if he has anything. Hour of, wait a minute, BP Earthwatch. I just want to see if he has anything on this. Give me 1 second. Because he called this tropical storm. He actually, 4 days before it formed, he said, I'm worried about this area right here. And then that's exactly where this tropical Alberto formed. Yeah, here he is 1 hour ago. I don't know if you guys can hear this or not. This is going to be a test.
You probably know Vistaprint for business cards because we've helped millions of businesses get the perfect cards at the perfect price.
June the 19th, 2024.
Okay, real quick. Did you guys hear BP say June the 19th, 2024? Let's see. The real BP Earthwatch. No, Paul. You can hear it. BP, is it all right if we play a little bit of this update from your channel? Guys, you can always go to BP Earthwatch channel on YouTube. It's a great channel. Or you can go to his website at bpearthwatch.com. And he has great products for the apocalyptic. Everybody says, yes, they can hear it. Oh, that's great. Makes it much easier for me to play it this way. But I just want to make sure it's okay. BP always says I can use his stuff, and I saw him in there, so. So, yeah, let's get an update. Let's get an update because this tropical storm, we don't need these starting already. You know, we really don't. Okay. I might have missed him, but BP, are you there? Hang on 1 second, everybody. BP, it sounds like crickets out there. I'll figure this out one day. Sometimes you got to know what you're doing. When you don't, you don't. Okay. Anyway, we do have this storm. I'm sorry, I'm sitting there reading everybody's comments and not talking. But we do have this storm in the Gulf area, and it's just the beginning of this season. It makes me a little nervous, really. So I think what we have to do is keep, look, we got this volcano that we're worried about. Everybody's always worried about Yellowstone. Got to be concerned about Tonga. And then this, tropical storm, Alberta. Sorry, I'm thinking too slow and not focused. But here's the latest update on it. Tropical storm Alberto forms, delivering flooding rain. The strengthening tropical storm is predicted to make landfall tomorrow morning. It's already causing major flooding issues for parts of Texas and Mexico. Over halfway into the first month of our 2024 hurricane season, activity has already ramped up in the Atlantic. Absolutely, abnormally warm waters across portions of the Caribbean Sea and the Gulf of Mexico have helped to promote prime conditions for tropical development, with another chance of formation forecast by late week. AccuWeb meteorologists are closely monitoring this first tropical storm of the season, Tropical Storm Alberto. And Alberto, northeastern Mexico is going to get hit. Texas is going to feel this. They're going to get a lot of rain, but I don't expect any like major wind damage or anything. But it's starting early. And people are not ready. They're not ready at all. So now I'm struggling because I'm trying to play a song and I can't play it now. Oh well. It's going to take me a little bit to learn how to work with this thing. So anyway, we're going to continue to keep an eye on what's going on as far as, Mount St. Helens. I'm not saying there's an emergency out there right now, but they are making, they're saying there's more activity going on right now than we've seen in 44 years. And so it doesn't mean it's going to blow, but we are going to keep an eye on it because that whole area, this, the Cascadia subduction zone area, and even though that's not really, it's on the edge of that, it's just all part of this entire northwest corner that there's several volcanoes out there. And you just worry about some of these things. You just know that with all of the earthquakes globally and with all of the, the things that are taking place around the world, at some point you got to realize that we're in the end times. Okay. We're definitely in the end times. And I'm still watching for Apophis. I know this thing is coming. And I know people aren't ready. Give your life to Jesus Christ, guys, before it's too late. I'll be back with some more current world events, and I'll have this system fixed in a few minutes, okay? Are you serious? Are you serious?